Ooh.
I'd give that 5 minutes if I was you.
Papa Ringo, the boys at Q Branch have found a solution to the criticism posed against you by that old male in the marketplace yesterday. The one concerning your obscene wealth and Christ's well-known axiom about a camel and a needle.
Well, you obsequious sweaty bulber.
They've constructed an 80-foot needle, your grotesque holiness, and produced a genetically modified camel fetus capable of being threaded through Cliff Richard's arse.
Big deal. You could drive a double-decker bus up that bastard.
We've also invoked canon law and had the old man shot for questioning your papal infallibility.
Out in public, leading Catholics say that God condemns you if you're gay, and if you're a pinko atheist, you're gonna burn in hell. They gladly go on your TV and say that women can't be priests because the filthy fucking stupid slut should burn as well. Your marriage should be binned. If you're disabled, it's cause you've sinned. A public estate blasphemer should be purged. But a priest who buggers choir boys is a different kettle of fish, cause they're nobody's fucking business but the church. Oi! They'll have a go at lesbians or bank accounts for mafia dons, complain about the Muslims and the Jews. They'll turn up on the radio and spit their acid vitriol on anything outside their narrow views. They'll shout down Marilyn Manson fans, condemn the heavy metal bands, and spread their lousy bile on Google search. But a priest who fondles little boys is one of Catholicism's joys, and nobody's fucking business but the church. Oi!
Are we going down for a closer look?
No, it's too easy a target. I'm still trying to work out how that busker always gets there before us.
Ooh, look, there's a group of Muslims being taught weapons manufacture by the Prophet Muhammad. I see a squint.
You must be fucking joking. Bugger, I shouldn't have bought that cheap diesel from Bill Hodgson's garage, 14 Stowmine Lane, Preesall, telephone 01253834699.
Here's an interesting fact you might not have heard, Panthers. The Board of Governors at the BBC, or the Trust as it's called nowadays, in the same way that Winscope got rebranded as Sellafield, consists entirely of aristocratic inbreds, most of them with connections to the Tory party. This might explain why it's perfectly okay for them to impartially rip the piss out of Ed Miliband, but they never has a bad word to say about Cameron and his Etonian bumtrums. Welcome to Orwell's Ministry of Truth, folks.
That's bent the sprocket on the overhead flange.
I've got some anusol in my handbag if that'd help.
No, we need to find a replacement in the props department.
Let me be absolutely clear about this, gentlemen. The BBC must continue to promote the blue bastards at the general election. Otherwise, its offshore tax avoidance scams will be done away. Do I make myself clear?
Might I remind you, sir, that we are an independent, politically non-affiliated body who will not be blackmailed or cajoled into supporting the right wing. Sorry, I couldn't keep my fucking face straight.
It's so cozy nepotism at the BBC. They can work their robots, each of the surveys DVD. When they came to close shop practices that reproduce the votes, it's supposed to be an open house, but that's a fucking joke. They'll claim they're letting bastards and abuse sleep that's true. But in reality they're bulls and their underpants are blue. They'll rub their own pennies, support these kids with their fucking offshore. Now my guitar's been smashed to bits.
For fuck's sake, shut up! We're trying not to get caught here. He's right though, it really is taking the piss. What's this? Arthur needs this too.
It's the props department where the BBC store all the crap for their never-ending mass-produced antique shows. Over there is where they keep the Troika and the Clarice Cliff that nobody in their right mind would give house room, but one of the producers bought tons of it up from Oxfam and now they're sexing it up to make it more valuable.
Good to see ++, you bargain hunters. Fancy something from the antique end of the spectrum? Well, we've got just the gig for you, and we won't drive a hard bargain either.
That's Tim Wonnacott. He suffers from puns. They've been sexually transmitted through every piss-poor BBC programme in the last 10 years. The Trust keep him locked in here because he's a twat.
Is this what you're looking for?
That's it. Quick, hide. Someone's coming.
So I said, don't lecture me on child-rearing, Miliband, you revolting oik. I'm allowed to cut child benefits because I know exactly what it's like to raise a disabled child, you gurning, bent-nosed hemorrhoid.
Would that be the one you left in the pub?
I smell socialist. Coochie.
Bugger.
Where are you? We got some work to do now. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We need some help from you now. Come on, Scooby-Doo, I see you. Better you guys.
Fuck me, that stinks worse than Thor Hurt's knickers after a bad curry. I'd give it at least 10 minutes if I was you.
And I'd have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those ungrateful meddling kids.
Let's see who's really under here.
Find somewhere to dispose of the body, George.
Yes, your buttock-faced loveliness.
Alan Yentom's office should do the trick. Nobody ever lacks in there. And to make sure that all estate entitlements are stopped, we must get back to Pepperpotland before those interfering socialists stir up trouble. Buggery fat hairy coconuts. This must be the aristocracy.
How do you know?
Because it stinks of old spunk and horse shit. Here's another interesting fact you might not be aware of. During the Second World War, King Edward VIII and his Pennsylvanian tart Mrs. Simpson, both extremely right-wing, racist and proud of it, backed Hitler's plans to invade Britain. Not only did Wallace Simpson hand British military secrets over a ribbon drop, but Edward frequently advised Hitler on the best methods to defeat the stoic British public. That was a real reason why I was forced to abdicate. Romance of the fucking century, my fat arse.
He's got a new guitar.
I noticed. He must have stolen it from the props department.
Evil socialist turds!
Back in 1966, of Belfast, those intricately divided apart and buried in space. 1,000 years have come and gone, but the breath is still belong to all the power and the wealth that this ship generates. In fact, 90% of all the land and the power Britain still lies in the hands of the aristocracy. They control us with their bias laws, what we pass within the house of lords, lives unelected, robbing inbred twats. So much for our democracy, an upward social fidelity. If you're a peasant, well, you haven't got a fucking oath, that's a fact. Yet the working trusts wave their stupid flags and shout, "Hey, whenever there's a golden dick around, it makes me fucking sick." When we have the chance to get proportionally left to section, all the Roberts were about saying, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. What do you mean if it isn't broken? He never fucking worked in the first place. Oh, bollocks, I'm Mr. Keith for the second verse now. It's got to be all about the black shirts now. 90% of the aristocracy supported an arse during the Second World War. The young message by now, he never fucking will.
Finally, we've made it to Pepperpotland.
It's not exactly how I imagined. I thought it'd be less of a shithole.
Back again? Blimey, Hugh must like Fleetwood a lot more than I do.
You stupid pillock! You've had the map upside down.
Not to worry, I know a good pub where you can get a spot of lunch, which also conveniently provides me with a segue for one last song before we go at break.
In the strawberry gardens you can sit by some liquor, you can drink real ale, you can go over a piddle, it's a different state of mind. There's a cottage of a different kind. Oh, in the strawberry gardens there's a mark on the door where the tigers came in and made a mess on the floor, but nobody bothers to look. They're all drunk so they couldn't give a fuck.
Oh shit, fuck yeah. Face down in the full city. Watch the film, toss and crack.
Strawberry gardens, you can sit by some little, you can drink real ale, you can go over a piddle, it's a different state of mind. It's a cottage of a different kind. Oh, in the strawberry gardens, there's a mark on the door where the tigers came in and made a mess on the floor, but nobody bothers to look. They're all drunk so they couldn't give a fuck.